Hi, so I'm talking to all the people out there that, had their own businesses and then the Wall Street guys and the bankers and the politicians that let them get away with that did what they do behind everybody's back, and then all hell broke loose in the markets, and then a lot of people lost their businesses. They lost their house, they lost their car, marriages are breaking up, and now they can't find a job because a lot of the companies are looking for college graduates, and they're looking for younger people that can. Sometimes you don't even have to be a college graduate. Look, if you're a good looking person in this world, you're at an advantage, and that's the truth. That's the real world truth. If you're a really good looking person, head to Hollywood. Head to New York and do some modeling, commercials. Head to Hollywood, and if you are a really, really good looking person, you have a shot. Like, you have a shot to make it in the movies. If you can sing, start singing, get it on YouTube, and never forget where you came from, and make sure you help some people, where you came from, and try to do your part to share some of the knowledge and the steps that you took when you make it. You know, if you're trying to find if you drop your keys inside and you're outside looking for them, it's never going to happen, right? So if you want to be an actor, I suggest you go to Hollywood. If you want to be a country singer, go to Nashville. Um, you know, you gotta the greatest gift that God gave us is common sense. You gotta common sense things out and say, okay, based on what I want to do, what I feel my purpose is this going to happen in this neighborhood where I am? And maybe the answer is no. Doesn't mean you can't go back there and visit, right? But sometimes it's you know you gotta really look at your surroundings and see if it's conducive to the things that you want to do. Is the network there? Um, you can get on Wix, and it's a free website, and you can take a look at the different websites, because if it's business, you can say, look through the different websites categories and say, oh, that's maybe something that I can do. Maybe it's a moving company, maybe it's DJ services, maybe it's catering, maybe it's um, I always say the driving school business, because that helps people make money, because once they get their license they can get a job, and freedom away from their crazy families. Like, most times it's the families that do harm to you. And you got people that like to discuss things too much, and you got people that just nobody else likes, so they're gonna cling to their family because nobody else can stand them, but their family loves them, and then they just drag down, their family. Um, so sometimes the weight of it all is just so much that um, they get depressed and stuff. But you got to be strong, and that's something you can. It's a big game of survival, you know. But there's people on the other side of the world that have it a lot worse than people in North America. Um, but you got to fight on. Positive places where you can go to is go to church. Church is a nice place to go. It's nice to go hear the word of God. Sometimes I go to Baptist church. Sometimes I go to Catholic church. I used to be an altar girl, but I don't only go to Catholic church. I'll go to Baptist church. Um, and Starbucks is a good place to be. It's very positive, and it's kind of like a meat market. It's funny, I see people checking each other out. It's not to say that I have never, but I'm just saying, um, you can get yourself a laptop, and even if you have to work a second job for a couple of weeks just to get, your say if like I need a laptop. Okay, I'm just gonna work a couple of weeks at this crappy place, the other side of town, where nobody I know is gonna know me, right? If you're embarrassed, whatever, right? We all do these crappy jobs. I used to work at Zeller's warehouse. I worked at McDonald's and Burger King when I was younger. Um, I worked at a synagogue folding like the scarves after the service, and we all do these like jobs starting out. Excuse me. But one of the things you want to learn is how to market, how to find customers, and the money law is the law of exchange. So you got to exchange a product or a service in exchange for money. So if you help people make money, you help people move. Like, you can help them make money when you help them get a driver's license. You drive a cab, start a cab company. You don't have to stay where you are. You can evolve, and you can become a registered massage therapist, and then have people working for you that don't have any desire to own their own company. You know, you can go to the courthouses and look for uh, the um, the addresses of the foreclosures. Um, People sometimes get in financial trouble. They think it's the end of the world, but it's not. Unfortunately, they end up losing their home. But they'll get it back. They did it once. Why won't they do it again? Right? You have every reason to believe that history will repeat itself with people. That's good or bad. Like, if there's somebody who's violent, who's killed somebody, who's somebody that sexually molested somebody, there's every reason to believe that they're gonna do it again, because for whatever reason they went to a place that most people don't go to. But so you have to put measures in place to protect yourself from criminals. That's for sure. And people that do drugs, because people that do drugs are pathological liars. They lie like hell, and that's the truth. Most of them do. Very low percentage of people getting off that and staying off of it. It's only about 10%, I heard. So good for those people that do, but anybody on drugs is not in my life. That's for sure. But that's me. Other people feel sorry for them, and until they get burned enough times and they realize, what, I'll let other people handle that. I'm gonna go on with my life. Um, so other positive places you can go to: the gym. If you need help, call 311 or 211. They have all kinds of resources. Contact your local Y or your local rec center to ask about if they have a low income program, if you're on low income and you want to get a gym membership pass. Um, Pardon me. So yeah, so they have you know classes you could take there, and they have weights, and they have cardio. You can play basketball. You can sometimes they have swimming and hot tub and sauna, and it's a great place to meet people. So there, church functions, church dances, church retreats, right after church. A lot of people go for brunch. You can meet people at Starbucks, at the mall. Pardon me. Um, and when you're taking a lady out, a girl out, I mean, you want to have a good plan for what you want to do with her, because she's not going to stay with a drunk. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody that does drugs. She may for a while, but it's just like, get it together, guys. Like, guys, you figure out how to be providers, protectors, and you're able to protect when you can provide. And no drugs. You got to be fit. There's no excuse for a fat man in this world. I'm telling you. Women talk about it all the time. It's disgusting. Honestly, I don't know how else to say it. Women don't like fat men. They're totally turned off. So you got to hit the gym. Like, lots of guys are up between like 4:30 and 8. They're at the gym. You got to be one of them. At least 4 days a week. Hit the gym, man, because I don't date fat men, period. And I know I have to lose weight. I've already lost 37 pounds, so think what you may. I can't control that, so I don't worry about it. But I'm just saying, because I really want to help you guys out there. You got to stay fit. And that's the way it is. um, so, you can go dancing. You could take her dancing. Always, you could take her shopping, get her nails done. You could take her to lunch. You could take her to the movies. Don't take her to a $1.50 movie theater, man. Oh, holy smoke! I mean, you really got to be prepared to date a girl. There's a competition for good girls, pretty girls. It's the way it is. You are in competition. And ladies, seriously, I mean, um, I don't know what to deal with the tattoos, but wow, I seriously don't understand why, people so young just have, they go through this stage and they mark up all their body. You don't even know if you're gonna like that stuff 5 years down the road, let alone 20 years. I mean, get something temporary, no? People evolve, like they gain knowledge and they evolve and they become cultured, and it just, it is nasty. I am not a fan of tattoos. My son got this little, the little one on the back of his arm is the initials to his name. It's like, so I'm like, don't you know your name? Everybody's gonna say, don't you know your name? Oh, it just pissed me right off, because I was like, I can't even believe, like, why would you do something so, you know, but he had it when he was like 18, and he's only 19 now. I think he's 17 and 18, I don't know. So, you could join salsa dance, you could take belly dance, you take self-defense classes. If you want someone to stay with you, make it interesting for them and exciting. Say, you want to go take a self-defense class with me? You want to go work out with me? You want to go swimming with me? You want to go to the movie? We're going to go over to the next city. We're going to take the train. Let's just take the train. We'll take public transportation, and we'll go there for the day, you know. We're gonna go for dinner out there, you know. You can take her swimming at night, in a pool, and just be respectful. Like, don't be getting all caught up in the moment and getting pregnant and stuff. It's crazy. And ladies, what's this with 5, 6, 7, 8 kids? What the hell? Like, this guy's like, I think this girl tells me, well, he wants another baby. I'm like, you already have 4 kids. The other 3 are with their dad, and then the other one, you lost the baby 2 years ago, and I mean, I don't understand. Like, stop being at an effect to what stupid people want you to do. You can't stay stupid. I was stupid. You got to start gaining knowledge and really spending some time thinking. Right? There's a book, Think and Grow Rich. Read it, by Napoleon Hill. It's a really good book. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Oh, you gotta read those 2 books. And The Power of Intention. Because seriously, there's different forces going on, and if you want the force, like the single mother force, when you got pregnant by an idiot like I did, it weighs on you. It's like 20 years. But that's it. I'm done, man. My daughter's 23, and she takes care of herself now. She's been on a cruise. Well, I took her on a cruise, but before that, or after that, she went on a cruise. She paid for itself. She's been to Vegas a couple times. She's going to New York City. She's 23 years old. And a lot of my friends, that wasn't the case with their kids. They repeated the stupid mistakes that we did. They had kids young and they're freaking out. They have crappy jobs. They're exhausted already, and some of them are still doing the same thing in their spare time that we did when we were 17. There's so many things to do in life. Like, you can plan a trip to Italy. Go online and check out La Bella, Italy. A helicopter view of Italy. It's incredible. And, you can go to Italy for 3 weeks and just, take the public transportation and go see the Vatican, the Sistine Chapel, and the Trevi Fountain, and really live. And I mean, you can go to India, you can go to South America, Costa Rica, and Argentina, all around the states. I mean, you got Vegas. San Diego is really nice. Vegas is fun. I mean, Vegas, you got to check out the pools in Vegas. Oh wow, there's like Disneyland, Disney World, there's New York City, there's Texas, there's all kinds of things for people to be doing. I mean, it's just insane to have all these kids when you can't even afford one kid. Because the weight that you're putting on, like, you got to remember that there's a spirit inside each of those kids that needs guidance and space and support, to flourish in this world. Right? And when you keep smothering it by keep having more kids, more kids, more kids, and then all of a sudden he walks out or she decides that she's done, it's just too much. You're putting too much stress on yourselves. Okay, I gotta stop this video.